Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday's Total Fitness on the bright side today. We've got some kettlebell circuit, dumbbell circuit, bodyweight circuit, so you would need kettlebell or kettlebells if you've got a bit of variety, and a light set of dumbbells for dumbbell circuit, and of course just yourself at the bodyweight circuit. We're working to time. I'll explain all shortly. Let's get warmed up and I'll explain it all to you. Right, jump on the spot first. Get the chest pulse. Pull the shoulder blades together. Stretch the chest. Keep the arms nice and relaxed. Okay. Holding our catch. Intense circle. Forward 10 back. dumbbell circuit, bodyweight circuit. We do 3 rounds of the kettlebell, little rest. 3 rounds of the dumbbell circuit, little rest. 3 rounds of the bodyweight circuit, little rest. And then 1 round of all of them again to hit 4. So you'll end up doing 4 sets of each of those 4 exercises. Okay, so I'll explain each circuit as we go and explain the next one in the rest. So your first one is kettlebells. And we've got half kneeling press left, half kneeling press right, bent over rows, and American swings. There's your 4. Let me show you what they are. So, your half kneeling swing, half kneeling press, sorry. So you're in a half kneeling position. Yeah, so that's full kneel, half kneel. So you're in the half kneel. Yeah, foot and knee. Okay, brace your glutes, your core. So your hips open, you don't be like this. Okay, there. And you rack your kettlebell. No matter how you get it there really. So that rack position, hand under the chin. Okay, elbow pointing down and in. And then you're just going to press for 30 seconds. As many as you can in 30 seconds, okay? You get too fast, obviously. Nice steady rhythm. Try and keep going. Okay, second set, same exercise the other side. Third set is bent over a row, so we've got a little bit of pull. So get that good hinge position, kettlebell between the feet. Okay, press the knees out to engage the glutes, hips drop back, chest comes down. Grab your kettlebell underhand grip for maximum lat activation. Squeeze that handle to the belly button. Okay, you're pulling your elbows back as much as you can. And the last one, American swing. Okay, so start with your kettlebell there, you go through the thigh triangle. That's the top of the triangle. Okay, the kettlebell really doesn't want to go too much below that. So there. And we go, sorry, all the way up, it's the American version. Okay, right the way up high, plant it. Okay, so there's your 4, alright? 3 times around. Okay? Right. 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 3 times around, and then we move on. We will return though for a 4th round a little bit later. Okay, just set that timer for you. Right, here we go then. 3, 2, Right, dumbbells now. Kettlebells to one side, but we will be returning to that for one more round. So, here's your four dumbbell exercises. Okay. Number one. Man makers. It won't be many, 30 seconds. Okay, so just do what you can. Dumbbells. You're going to press, row to waist, in, clean press, back, down, press up, row, squat thrust, clean, press. Won't be many. Number two, piston Z press. These are tough. One of the exercises looks a double, but it's not. Because you're really isolating your shoulders and getting no assistance from any other muscle group. So you're going to sit with your legs out as flat as you can. I know it's not easy even to do that for a lot of people. If you're not mobile around the hips, how are you going to feel even in this position? And you get your light dumbbells, you one up, one down. You're just going to fire them up from the shoulder. And it's piston style, not alternate. An alternate press is this. Okay? Piston is this. So as that comes down, that goes up. Okay? Like a piston. That's what you want to maintain. Number 3, overhead get-ups. We want to start circling around for this. You're going to hold the dumbbells up in the air. Think further back, assist in keeping them up. Okay? Plant the heel. Stand up, down, back up. So for both, my full kneeling position. Okay, if it gets too much, put them down. Just have your hands in the air. That'll be hard enough. Then our last one, that's very shouldery that. We're doing some little suitcase plyo squats. Give your shoulders a break. So dumbbells at your side there. Okay, feet just shoulder width. Down to the ankles, and drive through, little jump if you can, land softly into the next one. Any knee problems over that back though, leave out the plyo and just do suitcase squats, okay? Right. You ready then? Circuit 2. Dumbbells. Come on. Right. 2 minutes rest. Well done. We're on bodyweight now. Okay, so. Oh, right. Bodyweight. So we're going to be doing some narrow to wide squats, narrow to wide push-ups, and then side plank leg lift right, side plank leg lift right. Now, the interesting bit about the first two, it shows you the importance of external rotation on both. Okay, so basically, for the squats, it shows that foot stance doesn't mean a thing. Foot stance, you can do a narrow squat or a wide squat. Both right, none of them wrong. It's what's happening here is the key. So whether I'm doing narrow, that's what I want to be doing, or whether I'm wide, that's still what I want to be doing. What I don't want to be doing is this. Whether I'm wide or narrow, that's what we don't want. Got to try and get out of that internal rotation. So you've got 1 or 2 ways of doing these. You can just step up, want to go as narrow as you comfortably can, and think, someone's pushing your knees together, and you're pushing them out. Okay, so I'm going to go narrow, as low as I can. Don't worry if you can't go that low. And then out wide, even harder to get low and wide. But again, look, My knee and my toe stay in line. Okay, my knees aren't, I'm not doing this. Okay? You can step in. Yeah, wide, step, step. Narrow. Wide, however you want to do it, it's fine. Try to practice the two extremes. Okay, then, take 30 seconds. Then the same with press-ups. Because a lot of the time I say, right, keep the elbows in the like this arrowhead shape. People will go, okay, get the hands really close, and their elbows will still flare, they'll still be the T. The hand position means nothing. I can go really wide and still keep my elbows in the right position. I can go really narrow, and that's what this does. So same thing, narrow as I can comfortably get. I can do them on the knees. Okay, let's get it proper. Pull the shoulders down, that's what you want up there. And then imagine your thumbs are going up. So yeah, externally rotate the shoulders down. Then it's wide, same rules apply. Look at my elbows. Okay, well really, the scapula, which is the same as the hip, never said the squat. Doing that, it's exactly the same. It's what's going on at the back is really important to what's happening at the front. So if you go through your light exercise and all like this, you're going to end up, that's going to be your posture. And that's what happened to me, doing endless bench and not, you know, we've all been there. Guys generally will be all internally rotating at the top, and women will tend to have more internal rotation at the bottom. Generally. Anyway, so that's your first two, wide to narrow. If you're really advanced, you can do them plyometrically if you want to. And the last two, get into the functional exercise. You've got your side plank, which could be like this, on the knees. You want to concentrate on pushing your hip up. More advanced, there, and even more advanced will be a leg abduction. Only do those if you can do them slow and controlled though. I don't want to see this. Right, there's no point. Sort your side plank out first, then think about putting your abduction in. And then the last one to the side, okay? Right, let's do them then. 3 times round. Then we're revisiting them all for one last So, I'm finishing it. Literally 3.5 minutes. Ladder raise. Right, you can put everything away except your mat. Be ready here in 1 minute. This is our little cherry on the cake. On the bright side, it's almost over. That's what it's about. Okay, so on the bright side, it's almost over. What we're going to do is what's called a ladder raise. Get down, okay? So you're going to start with 10 reps, then go 8, 6, 4, 2. So you're descending the reps. You've got 4 exercises to do. Let me show you. All body weight. Number 1, burpees. Only 10, only 10. For us that's quite low. But if you're new, it's quite high. You can do it on chest to floor or not. So, ideal world, there, there, okay? If you don't want to go chest to floor, do it the first time, that's fine, okay? You just do it like that, okay? 10. Then, choices. You've got 3 levels. Level 1, beginner jacks, okay, 10 jacks. Star jump is level 2, much harder. Out and in. That's a jack, that's a star jump. That's the difference. Star jumps are harder. You do what's right for you. And extremely advanced is your pike. And you reach for your toes, okay? Look, only a fraction of people will do that. It's something that's probably there in the future. Then, nice easy one, split jacks on your toes, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, catch your breath, 10, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, nice and short. And the 4th one, they're called commando crunches, which can be done a bit easier. Way, hands on the floor, just lean back like this look, and then bring the knees in and out. Okay, or the harder version. There. Okay? So, 10 of each of all of them, 8 of each, 6 of each, 4 of each, 2 of each, if you can. Now this morning, one person finished and they had to go a couple of seconds over the song. They were on the last 2 reps or something. Only 1 out of everybody in there. So it's not easy. So it's called a finishing challenge for a reason. It's meant to be challenging. So if you don't do it, you don't do it. Don't worry about it. Just work to the end of the song. So it's Mr. Brightside, which is approximately 3.5 minutes. And straight after this, we're going to be doing our total mobility, cool down, stretch, relax. A half an hour from the chin after that. Brilliant, please do. Right. Okay. 10, 6, 4, 2, 4 exercises. 3, 2, 1. Well, do it everyone. Okay. Back in 2 minutes. The total mobility.